thought I would show you how my garden is doing. About 3 weeks ago, Minnesota had a really hard frost come through, which is unusual. It does happen periodically. I covered my garden, covered my plants, so to try to keep them from getting frostbite and stuff. Unfortunately, I had to replace all my tomato plants and all my pepper plants. However, all the seeds stayed fine, so it wasn't too huge of a thing, too costly. It was probably about $10 worth, so it wasn't that bad. But the covering just didn't do enough for the cold. But I thought I'd show you how much it's grown since I planted it. So here's kind of an overview of everything growing. Behind me, I've got my blueberry bush that I got on discount because it only had a couple leaves and rabbits had gotten to it at the nursery. But that is growing really well. And then my second blueberry bush, I've got a lot of blooms and stuff, so I'm hoping to get a lot of blueberries off this. My 3 bags of potatoes are doing really well. I just added some more dirt in there because I only had the bags halfway full, because you have to keep adding dirt as the plant gets taller. So probably in a few more days I will add some more dirt to that. These green onions I planted really close together, and they're doing really well, just to use them as the green onion part. I didn't want the bulbs on the end getting very big. So those are doing awesome. I have basil in here. This is starting to grow, so I'm hoping that takes off. I have some more basil in here. This doesn't look like it's doing too well. I only got one little bud right there, but hopefully it will take off. My cilantro is doing pretty well. This one had gotten the frost when we had the hard freeze before I transplanted it into here. So I am trying to see if that one will revive some, but this one's doing good. And then I have regular onion chives in here, and then there's garlic chives right in front of it. I have to add some more dirt to that. The rain kind of washed it off. And I do have an orange pepper plant in this bag. These ones are just little gallon size. As you can tell, my potato ones are way bigger. Those are 10 gallon. And then I've got my potato plants growing here and here. So those are coming up good. In between the gaps here, I did plant sweet potatoes because I had a few of those that had the eyes growing on them, so I got that put in here in the gaps. And then my rhubarb is out of control. I need to harvest some of it right now. What I usually do is I'll harvest it, clean it, chop it up, and freeze it for when I do need it. But yeah, the 4 plants from when I first started have just grown a ton. My cabbage is coming up. I have a full row of onions here, all the way down. Those are coming up. And my corn, 2 rows of corn, which we're just testing this out to see how it goes, because we have not grown corn before, so it's actually, I think it's doing really well. And then a big row all the way down to green beans. I did have a gap there where the seeds didn't come up, and about a week ago I put more seeds in there, so I will end up with plants in there. And then these are all my tomato plants I had to replace a few weeks ago. I think I have 11 tomato plants, but those are doing really well. I got, I think, 4 different varieties of those. I've got some jalapeno peppers here, and then bell peppers, and then my watermelon's coming up, my cantaloupe, and then it's more watermelon. I believe these are my cucumbers, so I can make refrigerator pickles. And then I've got some more here, zucchini coming up. And then, like I said, in these gaps here, I did put some more seeds from where the seeds didn't take, just because I want to fill every inch of this garden I can. And then along the fence here, yeah, there's a lot of grass. I'm not too worried. I'm keeping the big weeds out of my garden the best that I can, but I want this stuff to grow before I go in there with my little tiller and stuff. I don't want to damage any plants coming up. But here I got a row of peas, and all the way down here I've got garlic planted, which I probably won't be able to harvest that till at least fall. And then my husband's horseradish plant. The leaves are huge. So that's doing well. In here I have got, in the bag, I wanted to test out cantaloupe and watermelon to see how it would do. Plant it here and let it kind of hang over and grow. So that's going to be interesting. And then, like I said, the corn. And then I've got more peas all the way down here that just got planted, so they haven't had a chance to come up. I have this old chicken coop fencing. I'm going to modify it and get some string and see if I can get the peas to kind of climb on this. So I'm utilizing what we have around here without having to purchase anything. But yeah, so far I think things are doing really well. And this one rhubarb plant always grows these. I've never had a rhubarb plant do that, so I have no idea what those are. But yeah, it's looking like so far we're going to get a good harvest. Hopefully the plants are doing good. Hopefully the fruits and veggies do well themselves. And then I can start canning a lot of stuff.